Alright, well, we've got everything loaded up. About to head out to Amherst, Virginia for tomorrow's tournament on Mill Creek Reservoir, Stonehouse Lake, and Thrashers Lake. Can't wait. I'm ecstatic about this tournament. Been looking forward to it for a long time. So we'll see what happens out there tomorrow. Wish me luck. Good, beautiful weather calling for maybe low 80s, I think is the high. So 80, 82, somewhere in that range. It's going to be a steady little breeze, about 10 miles per hour wind. Maybe get a little gusty, but I think we'll be okay. Got the anchor rigged up, so we'll see what happens there. Hoping to really catch some fish. You know, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Time will tell. So check back in later. All right, made it here to Amherst, Virginia. Sitting here in the hotel room, pre-tournament rigging here, last minute adjustments and things like that. It's being Father's Day weekend. Got my number one fan over here. It's my dad. He's coming along for the tournament. He's going to do a little bank fishing while I'm out there on the kayak. You know, cheering me on out there, hooping and hollering, probably making a big fuss. But we'll see. He probably outfish me. Watch.
Get him kicked out.
Yeah. So, like I say, we're going to figure out what we're going to put on here. I've got about 3 rods I want to retie and get readjusted and things with different lures that I got here. So we're going to take a look and see what we got and see what I'm going to tie on here for tomorrow. So, alright. Well, first we'll do a little Q&A with the dad here. Hey, Dad.
Yes, sir.
What do you think's going to win tomorrow? What's going to be the lure that's going to catch them all?
Well, like I was telling you earlier, if there is a breeze in the morning, I expect that it's going to be some type of a swimmy bait.
Something's moving?
Something that's going to be moving. I don't know that you would necessarily have to have a Z-Man chatter, and I don't know that it would be a plastic actually. But weather should be really cooperative, and the sun will be shining bright. I think you said something about maybe something with a little chartreuse if you go into some plastic.
Yeah, we took a little look at the lakes up there tonight before it got dark, and just drove by because neither one of us has ever been up here. So the lake I'm going to start on, Stonehouse Lake, is got a lot of color in the water, not muddy. Just had about an inch of rain the other night, last night. But it didn't muddy this lake up too bad. This lake, Stonehouse, is more dingy. It's not as clear as the other 2 lakes that we can fish, but I like the way the color of the water looks, and it looks really inviting. So we'll see what happens. I would have to agree with Dad on the moving bait part. I think tomorrow, you know, with the warmer weather, if we get a little bit of wind off some of them points, either a swim bait or crankbait, which I'm getting ready to tie on one of each of those on the 2 different rods. So we'll see what we can do here. But just wanted to touch base and show you what we were doing. So let's take a look at what we got going on bait wise. All right, so we got 2 things here that I'm going to be tying on. First off, this is what I plan to start the day searching with. Like I said, the water on Stonehouse is a little dingy, but not super dingy. It's just, like I say, it's not clear. So hopefully we'll start out with this. This is usually one that really is one I have a lot of confidence in. So we'll see if we can do that. And hopefully by the time the day gets on a little bit, I can switch off to this big boy here. This will be my big bait targeting lure here, or big fish targeting lure. Got the Keytech, don't really exactly know how you say it. Swim bait, Swing Impact Fat. It's the bluegill flash color. I really like the way that this time of year, I feel like that could be something that's going to be key. We'll see. I've had a pretty good luck off of some swim baits so far this year. A lot of action on them. So this is one I'm going to go and get tied on here. I'm also going to be throwing I can't make up my mind yet. I might have one of both at least rigged hook wise so I can quickly tie it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go on and with the heavy duty swim bait hook with the weighted hook. It's an 1/8 ounce weight.
or go with a 1/4 ounce fish head, jig head. So we'll see. Like I said, probably just for safe measure, go on and have one rigged up with both. And on my light finesse tackle here, we're going to throw on a turd. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, just let me show you. Get the mushroom head, Z-Man mushroom and shroom head, jig head. And we will pair that bad boy with either green pumpkin or, for a little subtle color, we'll pair it with this. More of a, it's got a little blue flake in it, some white, pearl, and some of the green pumpkin color as well. So, one of the colors that I like to throw. But green pumpkin is my all-around favorite. This little turd is magic. If you haven't thrown it, you should. If fish are not biting, you can't do anything else. The Ned rig, which is what this is called or termed, is the Ned rig. Thing can be very deadly. Fish cannot stand it. So that's what I'm hoping to kind of rile something up with her. You know, if the fish are not biting, if I'm out there having a hard time, I will be throwing this intermittently. On the other side of things, that will be also chunking Biospawn plasma tails. I'll be throwing them on my on a shaky head more than likely. I don't have a drop shot rigged up. These are not clear lakes, they're not deep lakes, so I'm not going to be throwing a drop shot today. I will be also throwing a Zoom June Bug Trickworm, probably also on the shaky head, or Texas rigged. We'll see. But if anybody knows anything about me, they know that I'm going to be throwing this. I mean, if you can't catch one on that, then you're in for a very, very bad day. So we're going to be throwing the Gary Yamamoto Senko 5-inch. That's the bread and butter. But I know I'm going to have to make adjustments throughout the day because that's not going to catch everything. So just wanted to show you what I'm at least tying on right now, and then we'll see you in the morning. Alright, so let's recap the tournament from Saturday on, well, it was Mill Creek Lake, or Stonehouse Lake, or Thrashers Lake, which everyone I think pretty much just fished on Stonehouse. We wound up moving the weigh-in or check-in back to Stonehouse Lake because that's where the majority of us were fishing. So all in all, it was not a bad day for fishing. I mean, it was gorgeous weather outside, maybe 80 degrees, and it got breezy there towards the end of the afternoon, but cloudy in the beginning of the morning. It was really nice, and then the sun came out, and most people had a really tough day on the lake, I think. Nothing really big, no real big bites. I came in second place, so I was pretty pleased with that. I had never fished the lake before. Started off really bad, struggling. I didn't get a bite for 2 hours. I believe the guy who won the tournament, he pretty much had all his fish by 9:30. My first fish came at 9:15. I'll post the pictures of the fish here in the video so you can see them. I had a really good time out there. It was Father's Day weekend. My dad was out there on the water with me, or not on it, but he was on the bank watching, and he did a little fishing himself. He actually said he caught one. He thinks he caught the first fish of the day, actually, from the bank. By the spillway there's a little area for bank fishing. And so, you know, I caught my first fish at 9:15. Caught my next fish at 1 something. Caught my third fish, little bitty 8-incher, barely enough to measure, at almost 2 o'clock, and then I culled it finally at about 2:30 with a 12.5-incher. It was better than 8, so I'll take it. Wound up with 41 inches even for second place in the tournament. It's your 3 best fish in a live in-person tournament for the kayak fishing, and the first place guy, he had 45. So, you know, I'm not disappointed with that. I will take second place. I got to get over that hump, maybe win one of these things, but we'll see what happens. I had a really good time meeting a lot of new people out there, a lot of good guys, a lot of good old boys out there. It was a lot of fun. So looking forward to next month's event on the James River out around Big Island, Virginia, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to fish that. So love fishing in the river. Can't beat catching those smallmouths. Well, like I said, had a great time fishing. Y'all should come out and join us in the kayak tournaments. And these are great, low-key, laid-back tournaments. It's just a lot of fun to get out on the water. See y'all later.